Hey, Matt here from Financial Sense, where we recently released our 2026 bookkeeping firm tech stack report, based on survey results from 261 different firms. One of the biggest takeaways, it turns out, is that most bookkeeping and accounting firms kinda look like your grandma's old quilt because they're stitched together from so many different tech processes, tools, and manual workarounds that you never really know which stitch is gonna pop first. We've taken to calling them patchwork personas, and if you're ever in the middle of your workday and think, this is a lot harder than it should be, then you're definitely dealing with a patchwork. And this is caused by adding new clients and then new team members to deal with those clients and then new tools to help support those team members in dealing with those clients. And the loop just goes on and on and on. We've identified 7 different patchwork personas, and I'm guessing you're going to identify with at least one of them, if not several. And the first step to cleaning up your patchwork is to understand which one you are. The more you know and all that. Now, put your forehead to the screen. By the end of this video, I'm going to identify which of these patchworks you really are. Okay, stay still. It's time to ask the question, what's your firm's patchwork persona? First up, the Spreadsheet Stalwart. If this is you, then quite simply, your spreadsheets are the glue holding all of your other systems together. Okay, back to the mind reading. Do you feel like you can see everything as long as the spreadsheet is updated? Do you trust your formulas until something breaks?
Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
Okay, this is a good one. You've got tabs open for everything. Makes sense to you? Terrifying for anyone that takes a look at your screen. I've got a feeling this might be you. But there's a hidden cost to all of this. If spreadsheets work as the single source of truth, then your workflows are incredibly fragile. If reality can be changed by a single wrong keystroke or the wrong formula put in, then suddenly everything's gonna fall apart all around you, and no one's gonna be happy. Ooh, hold on, I think I've got a great idea for an accounting-centric sci-fi movie. But the thing is, this gets even riskier as you grow. More clients means more team members, means more spreadsheets, means more file versions. Now you got an accounting civil war brewing behind the scenes. On one side, you've got the team that says that file version number 17 is right, and on the other side, you've got the team that says file version number 34 is the right one. And honestly, none of them might be right. Spreadsheets are great, powerful tools, but they were never designed to help you run a firm. Next, the tool toggler. Finally, you've solved every problem with your accounting firm with another subscription. I'm searching your feelings again, and I'm sensing that you have the right tool for everything. It's just that none of them connect with each other, and you really only bought each of them for a certain duty at your job, and you might not even do that thing anymore. So you're not really using any of them to their full capability, but you're still really passionate about them and you really don't want to let them go. Yeah, I think we've all been there. Buy a tool for a very specific need that's going to help you out right now, make it part of your everyday process, and then don't ever remove it from your company so that the Jenga tower doesn't fall down. Well, there's a hidden cost to that, and I don't think it's all that hidden. It's not just the literal money this is costing you, but the time and energy needed to keep these administrative processes running and not breaking and not sinking the whole ship with it. Every subscription you add on is going to add on to your administrative overhead. And when these keep piling on, it becomes impossible for there to be a single source of truth at your business. It's not just the literal money that this is costing you, but the time and energy needed to maintain all of it. Every single subscription that you add onto your company is going to be added onto your administrative overhead, and someone's going to be in charge of maintaining these tools, or else there's going to be some serious mistakes that are made. Processes and data are going to be spread really far and wide, kind of like butter spread across too much bread, and there is no single source of truth. And when the mistakes happen, they're going to jeopardize your client relationships. I can feel the anxiety already, and it's only going to get worse as you continue to grow. Can you imagine onboarding someone into this type of system? Welcome to the company. Here's 13 different systems that you need your own unique login for, and you're going to need to learn them all within the next week, or else you're going to make some really big mistakes on the job. It's an absolute maze of logins and trainings for both your staff and your clients, and it's only going to get more difficult to get out of with the more tools that you add to your tech stack. Then we have the human router. Your workflow works because you and your team make it work. I'm sensing that you feel empowered whenever you're on the job, kind of like a million volts of electricity are coursing through your body at any given moment. That's because the system works, but only because you make it work. Processes, client relationships, projects, they all live directly inside your head. Humans have become the integration layer between all these disparate processes and the tools that you need to do them. Hold on, are you living inside the Matrix right now? You know that didn't work out well for the humans, right? But besides becoming a living battery for the robots, the hidden cost here is that any tool that always relies on human oversight to work right is going to cause bottlenecks and burnout sooner or later. And eventually someone's going to leave for vacation, or they're just going to leave the company, and everything that depends on them is not going to work anymore. And you can't just force them to stay. But the risk is only going to get worse the more you grow. The more people you add on and the more involved they become in all these processes, and then the harder it becomes to find anything. You got people messaging you at 7 p.m. at night saying, hey, I'm trying to find this process, I'm trying to find this document, I really need it for a client, and apparently you're the only one that knows where it is. So please stop whatever you're doing and help me out. And you're absolutely going to get a bunch of contradictory views of work. One person cannot scale forever. Something's gonna break. After that, the constant copy paster. Double or triple or quadruple data entry is just part of the routine. Your mind looks like a giant keyboard with a few of the keys very worn out. Tell me, do you ever have dreams where a giant control button is chasing you? At work, you're always updating something and constantly cross-checking tools and systems to make sure they match. You're always just tabbing back and forth between tabs and open apps, and then going back and forth and then closing and then opening it again and saving files over and over and over. Double, triple, quadruple checking is exhausting, and it doesn't feel like it's productive, and that's because, well, it's not. Beyond being mentally exhausting, a huge cost of all that manual data entry is that it is a massive time suck. And that's not even considering when you get version confusion. And then suddenly you're just lost in the sauce of all of your processes. It's also really easy for the data to be correct in the one place that you're working, but incorrect in all the other documents that have already spread across the wind to all of your clients and your team members. And when that happens, be prepared to eat some major costs. I think you can probably already see where the true risk is in all of this. As you grow and gain clients, you add on more and more data points that you're manually moving, and this means there are way more chances for error. Small firms may not feel this pain point, but the more that you grow, and the more that you feel all of the stitches sticking out of your patchwork. Oh boy, being inside your brain is hard work. Time out. Let's take a break to chat about how we identify these personas. It all comes from real data from our 2026 bookkeeping firm tech stack report. And there's some real juicy nuggets that we've pulled from it, such as half of all bookkeeping firms aren't confident that nothing is falling through the cracks. That means that work probably is falling through the cracks. Only 1 in 3 have a clear, unified view of client work. And nearly 80% manually re-enter data between tools every week. Oh boy, back to the patchwork. Next, we have the month-end miracle worker. If the last week of every month runs on adrenaline and checklists, then this might be you. What I'm sensing are that the words hero, MVP, and needs a vacation are frequently used to describe you, and you're probably tired of hearing it. Month end at your firm is a familiar sort of chaos, one that you dread and deeply understand, and you only get through it because of a really experienced team that works together tightly and the hope that hopefully nothing this time is going to fall through the cracks. Yes, team bonding is great, and it can feel like you and your super team can take on the world, but how long can you really keep it up? The hidden cost of all this is that everyone's stress levels spike so much during month end that you can practically smell them, like a hunting dog that's trained to track a stressed out accountant. This will absolutely lead to mass burnout and turnover at your firm. Even that one team member who has been through thick and thin with you, when you had barely any clients, when you had tons, when everything seemed so full of hope, will eventually one day say, I'm out. And with inconsistent quality control, work can easily fall through the cracks. And the true risk of this is only going to keep getting worse the longer you deal with this. More clients and more staff means more steps during month-end close, which means more handoffs and more chances for something to really go wrong. Eventually, the monthly hustle is not going to keep it all together. Up next, the message miner. If it happened, it's probably buried in Slack or email. It's another beautiful day in the data mines. You know how it is. Someone asks you about the status of a project or where a file can be found, and you're so sure that you saw it somewhere, you're just not entirely sure what thread it was in at that one point maybe a week ago. Or maybe it was an email. Or maybe you just wrote it down during a meeting. Let me pull out my notes app real quick. Time to break out the pickaxe and start digging. See you on the other side. If you always have to stop and search before you act, if key context lives in a multitude of scattered emails and threads, and if you don't have a unified system that collects them all, then this might be you. The hidden cost here is that when work bleeds into multiple communications, like emails and messaging and meetings, it becomes impossible to create a unified version of your records. Now you've got everyone saying something different, and there's no record of what actually happened. Everyone is asking you the same questions over and over again because now you are the source of truth. And onboarding new team members kind of feels like taking your new employee and chucking them in a giant bowl of spaghetti. Good luck in there. Most embarrassing, your clients are getting hit up by different employees with the same question and request over and over. Growing? Yeah, it's only going to make this riskier. The more clients and team members that you add, the more emails and messages and meetings and post-it notes that you're going to need to sift through to find out the truth. And that truth, it's always going to be buried all the way down at the bottom of that pile. This is going to slow your firm way down and make you much more vulnerable to costly mistakes. And finally, the apology artist. You care deeply about your clients, and you spend a lot of time recovering from slip-ups. I'm sensing a lot of grief, a lot of panic, and a whole lot of emails that start with, "Dear client, I am so sorry," and end with, "It's never gonna happen again, I promise, here's a discount." The truth is that you really do care about your clients, and you clean up those messes as fast as possible. And it's absolutely genuine. But I think that this makes work way more exhausting. I'm sure you're tired of swooping in and saving the day. And I know that you know that these clients are not going to be so forgiving forever. All those sorries and discounts are rough on their own, but the hidden cost is that this is slowly eroding your client trust, and it's also eroding your team member morale. No client wants to see another mistake in the work that they're paying for, and no team wants to hear that there is another mistake they need to make up for and more free work that they're going to do to make up for it. Unfortunately, this approach is only going to get riskier as you grow. Smoothing it over is not a scalable strategy. "Oh God, I'm so sorry" does not renew contracts. The more balls you drop, the higher your risk of losing your clients and your reputation. I'm sensing that some of these personas felt awfully familiar, but which is the dominant way your work actually flows? Or, well, doesn't. Okay, I have to be completely honest with you. I'm not actually psychic, and this has all been previously recorded, so it doesn't matter anyway. I'm sorry about the forehead smudges on your screen, I'm sure they'll wipe right off. But I do have the next best thing. Click the link below or scan the QR code on screen now to take the 1-minute assessment to discover your firm's patchwork persona and learn how other firms like yours have conquered the chaos and streamlined operations for good. Then you can read the 2026 Bookkeeping Firm Tech Stack Report to learn more about the current state of software in firms like yours.